Gross to Mr. Clovey. Okay, so okay, I don't know. I don't know what that was. But hello everyone, this is Saki Yoshida Stuff Finally to Anime here, aka John Pullman, horror author, manga writer, name, personality name here, aka Gabe here. And welcome finally to the Metamorphosis 1 remake. Now, before this remake starts, I just want to get a few things out of the way as a content warning. This has no X-rated stuff in it at all, not whatsoever. No X-rated things are in here, just your average, well, radar story. As this is also the first manga remake on the entire channel. And me and the team are really excited to share this with all of you. So, this is rated R for some points of gore, some language, but not too heavy on it, some things of scary moments, and only a few sad ones, and very good character development. Viewer discretion is advised. Now, that fifth one, I didn't even have to tell all of you that, as, you know, the character development for us, for the team and me, are very good in my opinion. And, something I also want to get out of the way is that this manga is not in color for the characters. It's as it would be in the original. Now, because I did a few research a few hours ago, I researched that Metamorphosis 1, the original, was worked on in 2013, as we all know, and I officially confirmed that it was worked on and finished throughout 2016, and that's cool. I think that's really cool, as this manga does reserve a phenomenal remake. And hey, I think it's going to be cool, but I would actually like to know all your thoughts down below in the comments, seeing what you thought of this remake. Also, if you want, this is not sponsored, by the way, sadly. If you want to know how I work so fast with the team, it's all thanks to Samsung headphones. These earbuds that you put in your ears here. As you can see, I have the white pack. Comes with 2 sets of headphones. Make sure they're always charged, as if you want to be a creator too, I recommend that you listen to the best music that you enjoy and just go from there. That's pretty much it. Now, the second thing I want to tell you is that in the description below, there is the exact correct timestamps for whoever wants to skip past all of this. But I figured, because I went back and read, like, I watched online, a few things of my censored read-through on YouTube, that I saw the first episode was called Saki Yoshida. And so the remake of Chapter 1 is called Saki Yoshida. However, I do want to say one more important thing before we get out of the way here and get right into the remake. Me and the team were originally going to finish this remake with only 4 chapters, but I came out and told the team that I said, no, 4 chapters ain't gonna do, as everyone probably is expecting all 7. And so that's what we have, all 7 chapters in this remake. Call it a director's cut if you want, but this is thus the original remake. Now, I think we all know how Metamorphosis 1 is going to begin. So, with a few things starting off differently, let's see what's different about the story. Also, if you're not used to horrifying things, I suggest that if you're at least under the age of 18, if you're still 10 or 9, please do not watch my channel. This channel is rated mature audience, 18 plus and up, along with it being rated R. It's basically the same thing, but this channel is not for little kids. If any kids do come across this and say, this is cool, I'd like to do that, please do not. I recommend that if you are still the age of 10 or at least younger than that, please do not watch this channel. I don't want to give anyone any nightmares. Stuff like that. And I don't want to be a bad influence on anyone. But for the people that are mature audience, let's hop straight into the Metamorphosis 1 remake. So, I want to say welcome to, well, the full Metamorphosis 1, the manga remake. Let's hop straight into it. But I think we all know what is going to happen first. Here we go. My name is Saki Yoshida. I have only 2 friends and just finished middle school. I am 16 years old. I should go home. School begins tomorrow, said Saki, as she walked home safely. As I made it home, I hugged my mom and said that I was excited for school tomorrow. And as I went upstairs, I went to go do a few things in my room until I heard Mom's voice say, "Saki, dinner time." Dinner? Huh? As I went downstairs, Mom looked happy as ever, and we ate steak for dinner. Yum! After that, I went to sleep for the night, and I went from there. The next day, high school, huh? Oh yeah, this has a lot of dialogue, by the way. Just heads up. So, she says, "High school, huh?" As I went inside, I felt nervous as ever as I entered my classroom. And I introduced myself to everyone. Hi everyone. I'm Saki. Saki Yoshida. I hope we can be friends, and I hope we get along, said Saki as she grinned and sat down. Sorry about that. I actually had to pause my recording, and I had to sneeze. Okay, so she just now sat down as she smiled at everyone. 12 o'clock after school, so this would be 12 p.m. Stupid glasses. And this part is a change already that this will surprise all of you. I almost guarantee it. Stupid glasses. I don't need these anymore. And she stepped on her glasses, breaking them. I should go home. I'm tired. And so I did. So she was outside of school after school, and she threw her glasses on the ground and stomped on them because she hated those glasses, apparently, in the remake. And as it said that she should go home and that she's tired, and she said, "So I did." We already see a character change inside of Saki already. Now, don't be worried, as this character change isn't that bad. I mean, it's a remake. What are you going to expect? She's still kind as ever, though, just to give all of you a little heads up. So now we enter something called Chapter 2, and Chapter 2 is called The Asylum Dark Other Self. And this is when the story takes a turn. Okay, let's see what happens. And we hear something say Saki's name like this. Saki! What? Why can't I move? Or talk? One day later. You're not real! As soon as I told Mom that I've been hearing a few things, she told me that she didn't believe me, so she called an ambulance. Sorry about that. So she called an ambulance and locked me up in a insane asylum for 4 days and 5 weeks. I was tied to a bed and I pissed myself 12 times. Ew! Gross! That is actually what it says, though. Yeah, so we're off to a sad start already, but don't you worry. And now it says, but I was then interrogated for 6 weeks, tied to a pole blindfolded. Yeah, yeah, I think it's, time to, yeah, yep. This is when the story starts to get dark, by the way. Let me out! I'm not crazy! Please, let me out! 16 days later. And in case you're wondering who that is with the blood on their face tied to the pole, that's Saki. Yeah, and she's blindfolded. Don't ask why she has blood on her face. It's just what happened. Sadly. I didn't say this was a happy story. Alright. Hang in there with me, everyone. And she says that after I was interrogated, I was then let out 2 days later. And when I was home, I was glad, and the voices were gone. But I was not the same. I was changed by trauma. Freedom! I can go home! And then she's home and look at her. She's got scars and stitches, and she's not the same anymore. Yep. And then as it reads, I won't be the same after the asylum. As I was traumatized for life, I went through a metamorphosis. Oh, did you now? And this is... okay. Alright. And here we go. Here is probably the most happiest chapter in the entire story. Maybe. We'll see. Again, comment down below what you thought of this remake. Chapter 3, Friendship of Choice. Friendship? Something that didn't happen in the original story? Yes, indeed. I'm sorry, I just gotta change that. Okay, here we go. After a few days went by, I had my 17th birthday, and I had a few new friends. And I told my mom that I would be in my room, and she smiled at me and said, "Do whatever you feel is best, dear." Oh, right. I forgot. Emily asked me to call her. I almost forgot that, said Saki as she sat on her bed and called Emily at 10 p.m. Hey, Emily, you asked me to call you. May I ask why? Yes, Saki-chan. I want to ask if you want to go shopping or something like that, said Emily, as she was putting on makeup. Sure. I'll go with you. As I got ready to meet up with Emily, I asked my mom something. Will you always be here for me? Yes, I did not forget that. Huh? Saki, yes. Now, go have some fun, but remember to come home and come safe, okay? At least have some of your friends walk with you to make sure you're safe. I'm proud of you, Saki. I'm glad you're doing better. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. So now it's 11 p.m. at the mall. Emily-chan, why are you texting? Aren't we shopping? Oh, sorry, Saki. I was texting my boyfriend. He's a piece of shit, honestly. I don't know why I love him, said Emily, as she hid her smile away almost. But as she tried to smile the best she could for Saki, she hid away her sadness. Are you going to be okay? And what's his name, Emily? His name? His name is Hayato Momose, and yes, that's actually his last name. I actually looked it up because I was really interested of what Hayato's last name was. It's spelled Momos, Momose. Kind of a weird name, but okay. You know, it's Hayato. Yeah, Hayato's going to be showed in a little bit. He's not an expanded character, though. Well, at least I don't think so. I really don't remember. So let's get back into it. So yeah, she says that Hayato is her. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Is her boyfriend. His name is Hayato Momose. He is an evil man, said Emily with a look of fear. Saki then decided to hug Emily as Emily smiled and she thanked Saki. Now moving on. Then, as they were done shopping, Emily walked Saki home, but Saki dropped to her knees as she was at her house and began to cry as her house was burning down. Oh my God, Saki, I'm so sorry. Saki, we need to go now. Oh wait, hold on. Please, Saki, we need to go. Huh? Where? Go where, huh? Yep. As you saw, she has her hair bleached already. And the lines on her face were the scars from her stitches when she was in the asylum. So she actually cries and said, where? Go where, huh? So this is actually a major change because instead of Saki being slapped by her mom after you know what happened in the original, her house burns down and we get this dialogue. When I asked her, I got overwhelmed by my emotions, but Emily calmed me down, and from there, I went to live with Emily and Hayato Momose, not giving a damn about myself anymore. Or so I thought. It turns out that I was gonna make a choice down the road ahead. And soon, it would be a tragic fate of something else yet to come. I wish it would have been different for us both. And don't worry, it's not as bad as it sounds. But in case you're wondering, when her house burned down, guess who was in her house? Her mom was in her house. And her dad was in her house. Now, we actually don't get to see Saki's dad in the remake. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But behind the story lore, we actually, I'm telling you that he was there. He just wasn't a character to be told by anything because he's not important. To the remake, anyway. So, yeah, both of her parents are dead. And if you remember, in the second original storyline of the sequel in Metamorphosis 2, Nikki Jibane enters the police station, kills Saki's parents, a bunch of police officers, and Saki's classmates, and then she confronts Hayato and kills him. Well, that's the difference there. That's the difference right there. So now, compare the two and see what you like. I don't know. But the remake unfolds a lot. Let's continue onwards. So we're on chapter 4 and we're halfway through the remake. Saki's new life with Hayato and Emily. After the fire and that pain I went through to live with Emily and Hayato, After a few days went by, I realized that Hayato is a loser and a dick. April 5th, 2015, present day, 8 a.m. I'm sorry, Hayato. I was talking with Obata-san, and I can't pay off your debt, said Emily as Hayato blew a fuse. He threw Emily on the ground and said, Saki-chan, go to your room now. Me and Emily-chan need to talk alone. Unless you want to be hit again, I'll make you bleed. What? No, Hayato, this needs to stop now. Emily is my friend, so hurt me, not her. I'll bleed for her. I'll bleed now. Let her go, you bastard, said Saki with anger, as Hayato stood up and punched Emily unconscious, as she was still on the ground. As he grabbed his knife, he ran to Saki as she tried to run away with intense fear in her, then grabbed her left arm with a hurtful grip, and then cut it off Saki's middle finger. Then he knocked her out and went to his room, not caring at all. So Saki's middle finger on her left arm replaces her tooth that was lost in the original. 2 hours later. Saki, wake up, please. Wake up. Hayato, you went too far. She's still alive, isn't she? She has a heartbeat, right? Huh? Hayato, I hate you so much. Wait, what? Huh? Where am I? Oh, ouch, ouch, what the hell? Huh? You okay, Emily? Why are you crying? Yes, I'm fine. I'm just glad you're okay, Saki. Here. I'll hug you, Emily. Come here. Oh, what the? And so they do. They hug, because it's a relief that Saki lives. This is foreshadowing for something later, but I'm not telling. After I hugged Emily, Hayato was sick of us trying to send him to jail. But my other friends, Nikki and Jay Jibane, got Hayato arrested for using drugs, harming others, and other stuff along the lines. So me and Emily lived at Hayato's house as our own house. But we felt safe until a car crash a few days from now. I wasn't ready for what was yet to come on April 12th of 2015. So for now, I guess you could say this is, well, yeah, it's still present day, but you can kind of choose if it's the past or present day. Choose from there. Hey, Saki-chan? Oh, hi Emily, what's up? The Jibane twins are entering a talent show at LA. Want to join? Sure. LA, here we come. Let's go, Emily. And with that, we went to the Left Asset talent show in our district to see Nikki and Jay perform. Yeah, you thought it was Los Angeles, didn't you? That was the original plan, by the way. But you thought it was Los Angeles. I got you. Chapter 5. Okay, so we're 2 chapters away from this remake ending. Chapter 5, The Talent Show, April 5th. Yep, the date is on every single chapter from here on out. So yes, this is called The Talent Show, but it is April 5th. And getting into it, we are left to begin with the time, 10:30 p.m. As we drove to the talent show, we took a seat with only 4 other people here. Holy crap! It's Jay calling me, said Saki with joy, as Emily was getting pumped up as the show was about to begin as Saki hung up. 2 hours later, nighttime, Nikki and Jay's act. And 20 other people joined, by the way, over the time that has passed during night. So, you could probably guess, you know. In my opinion, this is the best chapter, and it is really cool. What is up, everyone? Sorry for the long wait for this act. I'm, well, your host, Jay Jabane, and my sister Nikki Jabane is my assistant, said Jay as he put up the mic and attached a zip line on a high platform to attach to a running wall. Yeah, running wall, huh? Now please pay close attention as the screen is showing a set of cards on this table. This is very important for the act. And this is also the Zip Dash Act. So please do enjoy. But the rules are whoever draws the Joker card has to run up and do the zipline dash, said Jay as he put up the mic yet again and pulled a card from the table as his sister was done setting it up. He pulled the Ace of Spades, but then went again and discarded with the Ace of Spades. Unfortunately, he drew the Joker card. And as Jay threw his card, he told Nikki to sit with Emily and Saki as she sat with them for her safety. Jay stood at the zip line after climbing up a ladder 20 feet on a ledge and used a zip line handle for at least 5 to 10 seconds. Then quickly ran down it on a wall to the left and ran down it from 19 feet and dived down onto a mattress and stood up unhurt. As everyone cheered, they were shocked by this. Jay grabbed the mic and said, "Wow, my heart is pumping. Holy crap. Thanks for coming, everyone, and good night. I hope you enjoyed the perform." As everyone went home, it was almost 5 a.m. in the morning. But as Saki and Emily got home, they both went to bed. 6 days later, April 11th, 2015. "Hey, Saki-chan, I'm off to work, okay? I'll be back soon." "Okay, Emily, stay safe. I'll see you soon." As the door closed, I was home alone for 7 hours. Really? For 7 hours, Saki? Really? For 7 hours? Okay. Uh-oh. 2 more chapters to go. Chapter 6. A Revelation File. Discovery of Hayato and Emily. April 11th. Huh? Emily left her PC here. Why? Huh? What is this? Here we go. As I was reading a file on her computer that I wish that I have never opened up her computer that day. And I asked myself, why did she leave her PC here? Did she forget it or something? But as I was reading a file, I had learned what Hayato did to Emily. I'm glad he's in jail. He took her picture. My God, I'm feeling sad. Emily, why did he do this to you? Said Saki as she cried, then threw up everywhere on the carpet a lot. She couldn't control it to the point that she passed out. So this part actually replaces when she's feeling sick from pregnancy in the original when she's at the homeless camp. Be glad it's not that part. And be glad that I did not have a picture showing that because it's just dialogue. As I woke up, I cleaned the house, including my vomit. As I heard Emily open the door, I finished cleaning the house and putting air conditioner to clear out the smell. I ran to hug her. Hey, Saki, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Emily asked as Saki said, I'm glad that Hayato is in jail. I feel sorry for you, of what he did to you. What? It's okay, Saki. Look, I'm fine. See? So don't be sad, okay? Said Emily with a smile. I'm glad to hear that, but Hayato's file named Revelation says otherwise, Emily-chan. What file? What did he do? You okay? No, Saki, she's clearly not. Look at her. We're leaving now. Okay. Oh boy. As we left the next morning, that's when the tragedy struck. I had no idea of what was gonna happen at all, and both of us were not ready for what was gonna take place. I just wish that I didn't read those files at all. I'm so sorry. And then we get the words, as it's even in the original, says final chapter. But this is the 7th chapter, and it says final chapter, tragedy and fate of a terrible outcome. And then you can count it as present day. Even though it already was present day to begin with, but it was just basically Saki narrating the, what was yet to come. She did hint at something, if you remember, but here we go. Final chapter, tragedy and fate of a terrible outcome. Oh, God. Where are we going? We've been on the road for 2 hours now. We're almost to the airport, Saki. After we passed a few road lights, we hit the car into a tree that fell into the road. As the car lost control, I was flung out of the door and I landed in the grass, not hurt. But I saw Emily get flung out of the window as I tilted my head up. And as quickly as I could, I ran to her to find her. I didn't know where she was. Emily! My God, the car's a wreck. Emily! Saki yelled. As she saw her hanging from a cliff, Saki ran to save her. Emily, oh my God! Hang on, I'll pull you up. No, Saki. Don't pull me up. Why? You're my best friend. I'm not gonna let you go. My God, are your legs broken? I have to get you to a hospital. As I was about to pull her up, she hit my hands and let go on purpose with a smile on her face and fell to her death 200 feet down. There she is. Emily dies, and Saki screams, "No, Emily!" You know, I think this is saying a lot for what I just showed to all of you. So, what does this say? Do we get a happy ending with Saki, or do we not? Let's find out, as I know the answer. As I called Jay and Nikki, they picked me up, as they were also traumatized from what they saw. They held me in their arms, restraining me from going down the ledge to Emily's corpse as we all cried. We got in the car, and I cried for days on end. But as a few years later passed by, I was now 20 years old, and I had my daughter, Hana, with me. And she was always with me, as Nikki and Jay were living with us as well. Mom, you okay? Huh? I'm glad you're with me, Mom. Me too, Hana. Me too. I'm glad you're with me, but yes, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm glad you asked. I was just thinking of how much you changed my life in a good way. Aw. I love you. Oh, I love you too, Mom. And there they are, look alike, kind of, but, you know. Now it says, the end. Metamorphosis 1. The manga remake. Done. Rated R. Original story by Shindo L. And that is the complete full remake of the first Metamorphosis. Now, if I could reach out to Shindo L and tell him that, if it was alright with a remake, which I did try to reach out to him, but I couldn't, as it said that he was unavailable. So, you know, me and the team figured that all of you wanted this remake. So, at the end of the day, did Saki get a happy ending? Did she live, or was it just a dream? Your answer is yes. Saki never died in the remake. She got to live a life with Jay and Nikki Jabane from the characters from Metamorphosis 2 in the original storyline. And she got to live a life with her daughter Hana. Hana never died. Saki never died. The only person that did die was Emily, Saki's new best friend. As a tragedy struck with the car accident, she was flung out of the window shield. I think that's what it's called in the front. And then she was hanging on to a ledge. And as it said that she went to save her, Emily didn't want to be saved, and her legs were broken. And by her legs being broken, this replaces one of Saki's legs being broken, as she had to limp to the bathroom in the original, and we know how it goes from there. At the end of the day, I think it had a happy ending for Saki, but not for Emily. I would really like to know, who is your favorite character in this manga remake? Who is it? I would really like to know. But all things are said and done. Me and the team are currently trying to gather up more, like manga ideas for different things, So on and so forth. Again, if you also want to be creative, use some headphones with your best song, or just do what you're good at, Don't give up. There is no point of giving up at all. Don't give up what you're good at, okay? So, at the end of the day, Saki and her daughter got to live happy lives as it is in the remake storyline. It's canon that Saki lives, Emily died, her daughter was born, and Nikki and Jay were introduced into the remake of the first Metamorphosis story, as Saki actually had friends in this story, but, like I said, Emily met a tragedy. As she landed 200 feet down from the ledge, she dies. I don't know which death is sadder. Is it the original storyline where all characters die? Or is it Emily's death that really struck all of you? Let me know in the comments down below. That being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been Saki Nakaido Stuff Violent to Anime here, aka John Poland, horror author, manga writer, personality name here, aka Gabe here. And as a little reminder, yes, this is the very first manga remake on the entire channel. And also, stay tuned for more new awesome, epic, amazing content coming to the channel, and just other new content in general. You know what's yet to come, as I will always surprise you with more new content. And also, remember to have a great morning, evening, afternoon, and a good night. And most importantly, remember to stay safe out there. Alright, that being said, I'll see all of you in the next new upcoming content in general on the channel. Peace out for now, everyone. Have a fantastic time out there. And again, remember to stay safe out there. And I hope all of you enjoyed this remake. Again, this is the very first manga remake on the channel. Alright, that's it for now. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye. Stay safe out there. I'll see all of you in the next one.